Hello again. Hello again. This is John. And let's talk about Tucker Carlson again and a few other things. But I wanted to touch on Tucker to see the aftermath of him leaving Fox. And has the news industry in it and the general public and politicians throughout this country and other parts of the world as well. We're all in a tizzy because this icon of truth was taken off the air. And that's a void that Tucker left, and it can't be filled by just another talking head. Because Tucker carried a torch of truth, and no one else has that torch as bright and as clear as Tucker Carlson. We did get to see that example the other night on Twitter when he came on for a few minutes discussion. It was typical, clear, true, honest, seeking the truth, telling it as it is. Within 24 hours of Tucker's being on Twitter, the best night Tucker had on Fox maybe was 4 million people. That's a lot of people, 4 million viewers. But his Twitter, within 24 hours, had over 57 million viewers. That means a lot. And it's still growing watching those views. But what it shows is that people are choosing to seek and find the truth, find out what truth is, looking for people who tell the truth. And you can feel it in the air, in the atmosphere almost. There's a change coming. We don't know what it is, just maybe an energy, who knows. But I see it a little bit in whispers that people used to be afraid to say certain things. Now they speak up about a mask, about anything or whatever. And they're becoming more confident in themselves, it seems. Slowly, people are expressing again their rights as they seek the truth. That we're Americans, we have rights to do certain things. And it reminds me of my own youth, back in the day, as they say, and old Bob Dylan. He made a song, and I remember it well. The times they are changing. I'd like to sing it, but I don't think I'd do it justice, needless to say. But I can't recall one or two of the lines in it. Come, Senator, Congressman, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway. Don't block the hall. We'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. The times, they're a-changin'. Maybe they are in this generation. As an example, there's a friend of mine. We used to call him Bean because he was tall, 6'5" or whatever he was, and skinny. And he's retired like I am, but down in Virginia. He's a Trump supporter, and we often talk, and he's frustrated and complains to me about it, but not so much to his retired friends because many of them are of the other party, and they don't want to hear anything or whatever. And he just doesn't like to make waves. And a lot of Americans are like that. That's okay. Bean has two beautiful daughters. His one daughter is Tiffney. I'm not very good with last names. Polifko, I believe it's called. And it's Polifko. A young, beautiful mother of two children. And recently, she got into as a Republican, she got into an uphill, contentious Democratic board of election. And the place is called Loudoun County School Board. That's Loudon, I guess it's pronounced. And you may have heard of that school board. It had a transgender boy or girl, whatever it was, and he wanted to be dressed as a girl, and he wanted to go to the girls' restrooms, and he was allowed, and he raped a girl in the girls' restroom. They transferred him from the school, and he wore his dress in the next school and raped another girl. And the school board kind of covered it up or whatever there. And as things progressed, the one of the school board members died, and they had to have a special election. And that's where that Republican Tiffney stepped up, and she ran for the school board. And it was a contentious campaign, strongly Democratic area. And Tiffany's campaign became well known, so well known, she became a frequent guest on Bannon's The War Room. She won the election against all odds. And as a school member, the only Republican, I guess, on the school board, she's certainly not welcomed into the club, you might say. And so she fights diligently and hard for what she believes in. And that school board just recently, incidentally, has been notified they're under the U.S. Department of Education for their handling of sexual assaults. And Tiffany will be witness to these things and fighting for her students, her education system, and the rights of the people of that county to have a good education. And here's a young woman who's married with 2 children and fighting that, standing up tall, fighting hard, and lonely, fighting very lonely. And the type of person she is, she's, even on her Facebook, I happened to catch that, and she said, she has a writing on there that says, strength begets strength. Another one, it only takes one person to start dancing for more people to join in. She started the dancing, and I'm hoping and believing that she'll have people dancing in. And we see people like Tiffany in our own lives standing up and doing things. And that's what's going to take this country back, among other things. But it's America being awake and proud and serving. And I believe Tiffany is one of those proud Americans that we all should be proud of, that she's taken on these bullies. I believe that Tiffany would fit right in with President Kennedy's opinion of profiles of courage, because she is a profile in courage. There's another item I just wanted to point out, and that is on Rumble. For those who find Rumble, you find go over and to the X22 report. Today is Derek Johnson. I can't say enough about Derek Johnson, because he's one of these people that has a gift for legal understanding and reading and interpreting legal documents. And these legal documents include the military documents, the military control, what they have control over, what they don't, and when they have absolute control over everything, including the 3 branches of government and complete martial law. It's in writing, it's on the books, and Derek Johnson is the one who's been exposing it clearly. He can read the document and explain what it means and what we're witnessing, what we don't understand. But the military, the one thing that they know what to do is to write orders. Everything in the military is by orders. Derek would say, you just don't get in the army. You don't get up in the morning and say, gee, I wonder what I'll do today. You don't have to worry about what you're going to do today, because it's already written your orders what you're going to do today. And but this particular X-22 report is an excellent interview of Derek Johnson, and I'd like to say it's probably what I would refer to as a must-watch video. Watching it, it'll help you understand so much more in our fight and our quest for learning the truth, learning what's happening. How is it Trump is so strong, and yet he's just a former president, supposedly? And it's interesting because we have to know more and more what's happening in our school boards, our city councils, in our government, what it's doing and trying to control us. And remember, we are winning. Derek Johnson and Tiffney are examples of the people who are helping us win. Because truth is our power and more freedom for us, and less power and control from the government. And if each one of us learns a little bit of more truth each day, we don't have to do it, just seek the truth. You'll feel more comfortable, you'll learn more. And Tucker Carlson has demonstrated the future to finding the truth is not turning on a black tube, sit and watch that with a popcorn and a beer and think it's Dan Rather or whoever used to be is going to tell you the truth. That's not it. We have to go to the internet. And many of you shopped on Amazon. You can shop for the truth as well. Remember, we're winning. Thank you.